patron and unlisted. I need to share the link. Just give me a... There we go. It feels so old school being in the garage. I have a heater. We're all set. Hey. So we have Monster. And I have actually found the artwork one. Hey, Jim. Hey, dear. It is going very well. How are you going? I actually found that artwork one, so I was pretty excited about that. But we're not quite smoking that. I also brought some Davidoff little cigars. Thank you. Hey. And we have 2 left. Sad. Getting low on those. I'm gonna have to buy more because I really like those. Yeah, I actually, there are multiple versions of this, apparently, because the one that I saw had like primary colors. It was like blue, red, yellow, maybe white or black. But then they had this one in the store. I was disproportionately excited to get the art one. Monster's always important. I know, it feels like it's been a year since we've seen the garage. So I have Monster, and then I've rationed myself with 2 beers so that like Kuz and everyone who watches this on the replay isn't like, well, this is just 2 hours of Lindsay getting really drunk. So I've rationed myself to 2 beers. And we will spread them evenly throughout these 2 hours. Snowcat, this is it's Rhine in Guest, which sounds kind of German to me, but it's made in Cincinnati, so it's ale with ginger and grapefruit. I thought it would be a nice winter beer, just enough to smoke and chill and hang out, but not enough for Lindsay to cringe every time she thinks of someone watching the replay. So, oh shit, video is funky. Yes, have a Budweiser with me. So no, we have 5G. I thought this would be great. Is it really funky? God, I hope not. I didn't do the laptop because I knew Wi-Fi wouldn't reach to the garage, but I thought since I upgraded my phone and I got the unlimited that never gets throttled, specifically for live streams, I thought that this would be good. If it's too bad, we can go outside. But you might have to see Burkus if we do that. Okay, well, I hope if it gets annoying, let me know, and we will change locations. But that would be very bad. No, I even switched carriers and got unlimited, and I was like, this never gets throttled, right? And they were like, no. Okay, hopefully it sorted itself out. Here, let me make sure. True. Okay, well, I had Wi-Fi on, so it might have been trying to grab it. So we are solidly on 5G now. So hopefully it's actually good. But, yeah, oh my God, it's so cold outside. I've been having a fire. Hey, Rudy. Okay, now it works. Oh, God, thank God. Okay, and my phone must have been trying to grab the Wi-Fi. So we have 5G, and it's plugged in so it can't die, so we are good. That's so good to know. I was really hoping that the huge upgrade to my phone would make our live streams better for whenever we... I was also thinking we could do one by the lake, like the river. Maybe... because the Ohio River does have some pretty places, or the lake that I've gone to before, and I thought we could actually do 5G that way and do some different locations for live streams. Oh, awesome. So 5G is actually better than using my laptop with the Wi-Fi? Oh my gosh, okay, well that's great. It was worth upgrading my phone then. I guess it needed a bit of an upgrade. It was also shattered, so no longer waterproof, so it was just kind of an accident waiting to happen. Tense moments for you. Is it a football game? Is it football season? God, I'm the worst at sports. Thanks, Jim. No, I know you probably all figured I was a hideous mess. You just flattered my personality, so thank you. It's good to know it's not too bad. Is there a football game going on? The game. College football. What is it? Michigan versus Ohio State. Well, I have no opinion about any of it, so I hope Michigan wins for you. Just don't tell my state to the north, Ohio, that I said that. Although Ohio has some of the worst drivers. Like, if you see someone weaving in and out of traffic or, like, cutting people off, if you look at the license plate in Kentucky, it's usually an Ohio driver. So they're kind of famous around here, so I don't feel that bad for rooting against them. But we're gonna smoke. How is your lockdown? Thank you. How's your lockdown going, Rudy? I know Kuz is trying to live it up a little bit before his starts tomorrow. Oh, I have done Christmas shopping. Oh, well then you guys are due for a win for sure. Ohio doesn't deserve it anyway. They're probably gonna drive horribly on their way home. I just fucking refilled this. You son of a bitch. All right, well we're gonna have the Wookfest lighter. I brought baby cigars because I don't know if we want an hour and a half commitment to one thing, but these are great. So let's do a regular cigarette, and then we'll do a mini cigarillo Davidoff, which are pretty awesome. So it's a kind of yes. It's definitely more of a cigar than a cigarette is. I haven't even had this beer yet. Okay. I'm sorry, Rudy. I did comment, I don't know if you guys had a chance to see it yet, but I think this, like December's Patreon videos are, oh my God, pretty good. I was slightly worried about the wild card one because it ended up being over 2 hours long, but after hearing about you guys in lockdown again, it seems like it might actually be just what the doctor called for. If you feel like hanging out and can't go out, you could even watch that in chunks in my frustration and profanities of putting together a Lego set. I think it was quite enlightening. Ugh. And then I'm very excited about showing you the leather Santa hat that I ordered. Oddly enough, there aren't that many people who make leather Santa hats, but I found one. Thank you, Jim. So yeah, it's long and wine colored with fur, boots with the fur, and I think it'll be very good. I think we're gonna do some leather Santa gift wrapping of leather items and making sounds with them. I think we'll be, maybe it'll kill Dan, I don't know. Not sure if I really want to off him before next summer, but we'll see. I do have the latex shirt that was at, well, latex-ish shirt that was in that last latex video, but I've been talking about and thinking about getting an actual outfit, but that would have to be for Halloween or something. I'm not going to wear that. I'm not going to break that out for no special reason. Thank you, Terry. Well, I hope you guys don't get locked down. It's just madness. And Q's saying it's probably going to be for at least 3 weeks. That just sounds, I don't know, I guess you'd get a lot of house things done. I think he got a lot of things done, though, before this. So what are you guys up to this weekend? I know a lot of you did not celebrate Thanksgiving, but I did, and it was a disaster. So I know it probably doesn't seem like a big deal to not have turkey on Thanksgiving, but since I took a hiatus from my family, oh hell yeah, yeah, next Halloween, I'm already thinking about it. But since I took a hiatus from my family this holiday season, I was like, at least I'm going to have a very traditional Thanksgiving meal. And so I looked at all the restaurants in town that, like, it's really big here, has been the past couple of years, not since Corona, but the years before Corona, it was kind of getting popular to go out for Thanksgiving, and then a restaurant would have like a set Thanksgiving meal. And so there was like a local paper that did an article on like the top 20 restaurants and like what they're gonna have on their menus for Thanksgiving. And only one of them was like really, really traditional. Yeah, I love storms though. So I picked the most traditional meal because I was like, well, if I'm not gonna have like a traditional family setting because of the mental break holiday, I'll at least have a very traditional meal. So I was very much looking forward to that. Well, I think that would be just as good. But you know what I mean? Just the idea of having a special meal. And I didn't really want to cook for like 8 hours because it was just going to be one other adult. Connor went with not his mom, but his mom's family that day. So I was like, I don't really want to cook all day for one other adult. So I decided to go the restaurant avenue. And it was weird because like as I got there, they were seating people who didn't have reservations, but the people who did had to wait, which, you know, whatever, fine. I'm not going to get my panties in a bunch about that. But there was this older guy that was walking out and he was like, oh, they're out of turkey. And I was like, what an old dude, like, joke. Like, what a dad joke. Sorry. Yeah. So I just kind of ignored it because I thought it was a joke. And then we sat down and the server was like, we are out of turkey. And I laughed because I thought it was a joke, because whenever you make the reservations for that, they're like, okay, how many people, and it's specifically for the Thanksgiving dinner. And like, so that there's no way they would actually be out of the food that like the reservation was for. And they were. So I ended up having crab legs for Thanksgiving, which is not, doesn't, I mean, it's a very first world problem, but it was kind of like just the start to trying to have my own holiday was a disaster. So for Christmas, I'm going to buckle down and cook my heart out. It just seemed hilariously fitting that my attempt at being an adult and having my own Thanksgiving didn't work. And I can't tell my family about how, thank you. hear my horrible Thanksgiving story. I can't like even tell my family about it for like sympathy, because like that would be the bitchiest thing in the world to do, to be like, oh yeah, I opted out of seeing you guys and then it didn't go well. Like, I'm gonna tell them that. So I'm gonna tell you guys. But yeah, yeah, it was worth it. It's not, I mean, I love my parents. I just had a very hard upbringing and I just needed to not, I just needed a break from it this holiday. And you know that you know that it was bad whenever you're like, hey, I'm just gonna not partake in holidays this year, and they're like, okay, yeah, that's fair. Like, you know that that was it wasn't fun whenever that's how they reacted to it. But I'm surprised and happy no one gave me shit about it. But it's not gonna happen on Christmas. I'm not gonna leave the Christmas meal in the hands of somebody else. It's gonna be in my hands. I also went to Cabela's today to go see Santa, and they had stuffed squirrels, and it made me really excited about next month. It's true, Jim. It's true. I just didn't feel like going through the rigmarole of like pretending that everything was good, and just, yeah, I sympathize with that. I just didn't feel like pretending this year. It sounded exhausting and like something I was not willing to do, which is funny. I've never done that before. I've always sucked it up and gone through with it. But this year, I don't know. I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I feel so accepted with you guys and I don't have to pretend that I'm any other way. It's kind of like, it feels like a regression to go back to my family and have to, like, after speaking the sermon of like accepting people for who they are and like being able to live how you want to, it just seems like disingenuous to go back to them and then have to pretend that I'm away I'm not for the holidays. I guess it kind of helped. Hey, Ross. Oh, I get it, Mike. I would absolutely take a cabin in the woods. No, I think my crab leg Thanksgiving was kind of funny. Thank you. Yeah, that was such a nice article. It almost, whenever I was reading it, I was like, it sounded like I paid this guy to write it. It sounded so favorable about the channel. He just seemed so open. That of course I did like the little kid thing of forgetting that I was talking to a journalist, which, you know, can be bad, but I think overall it went really well. How was your Thanksgiving, Ross? The Davidoffs are getting a little bit dry, but they're still really good. Yeah, it was nice. I like the Aussies. They seem very, like, I know it's kind of stupid to generalize a whole nation, but kind of fun-loving and open, and at least that's how that journalist was, and he seemed to to genuinely be interested in the channel and had watched several videos and had read enough of comments to be very familiar with the regular commenters, you guys. So I think he did a good job. No, 30s. That's like a wedding, Ross. That's, It's a lot. No, pass. Found a battery that looks like it's from the 80s. Got distracted. So. Yeah, I don't even know. 60s makes it sound like you need to rent out a hall. Ugh. Oh God, yeah, Jim, 11. 11 is still a whole lot. Thank you, Nache. Yeah, I mean, I know the holidays are for family and getting together and stuff. I just feel like it's easy for stuff to get lost or stress to eat any joy that you could get from it. Yes. Yes. And just also being an introvert, like, if I have hosted holidays at my house before, and it's just like, my sister is a born hostess, so she like wants all the major holidays, but I take them sometimes just like out of obligation. But hosting things is something I have never gotten an ounce of enjoyment out of. Yeah, you would have to have help with that. It's not that I don't like, I love people. I just always feel like worried that it's like something's gonna go wrong or something I do is gonna not be good enough or as good as what my sister would have done if I had just let her do the holiday. So it's just oh yeah, I bet your mom really enjoyed having her son and granddaughters and daughter-in-law around. 100 turkeys though, that would be like what? Way more than 100 people. I feel like a couple, 3, 4 people per turkey. Well, still bringing 3 sides is a lot, Ross. No, I guess I kind of feel like I sound like the Grinch. I just thinking about going and being around my family just seems like too much this year. I'm grateful that I have them. I needed to step back. Oh, that's sweet. And plus you weren't each, I mean, you were all away from your families, but you were together with your firefighter family, which I'm sure that's how it feels. So that would be really special too. I like that. Did you have chili? Whenever I think of firefighters cooking, I always think of chili. I'm sorry, it's a stereotype, but chili's kind of awesome, so. The impact driver looks huge. Yeah, it does have a, actually, yeah, it does have a big battery. Yeah, it has a 20 volt. Fair, Ross. Gary. Yeah, those batteries are pretty great to not have to be constantly charging them. Although, you know, it's the whole kind of a thing with the dogs. Like, whenever you're charging batteries like that, it's like if you're cold, they're cold, bring them inside. Like, you're not supposed to charge batteries where it's really cold, so I've been having to charge them on my kitchen counter, which is really loud. But other than that, the giant batteries are good. I know, I agree. I agree. That is, well, that's good though, because you guys take turns, don't you? So that way you're not like, oh, it's so and so's turn. Like, make sure you pack your own lunch. Oh, Jim. Well, all I can say to that is, if you're not driving, bring a flask. Holiday, singing, cold, flask. I totally agree, Ross. That's what I thought too. Just, I mean, I know it's not family, but it is in its own way. It's like family you pick. Gotta do the dad things. Oh, Gary. I guess that's true. England is so small that whenever one of you has bad weather, it's probably all of you having bad weather. Just like, I think England's actually smaller than Kentucky. But it's not an insult to say that you're small. It just means that English people are rare. You're special. There are less of you. That's really cool, Mike. Oh my god. My neighbors deep fried a turkey and it smelled so good. It was so southern. Amen to that, Ross. Sorry, I don't know why the dogs are barking. They're just, I'm sure somebody is walking down the street and how dare they. Yes. Yeah, that's what we were. It's also really dangerous. You can start fires by deep frying a turkey for. It's a very precarious looking contraption. Nothing says America like listening to rap music and drinking beer. I apologize for the dogs. If they don't stop soon, I'll kill them. God, Wisconsin. What temperature is it here? It's 48, which is the warmest it's gonna get today, but most of the day it was like 27. Yeah, but it gets dark at 5:22 tonight. Gotta love winter. Oh, okay. Well, here I was thinking it was cold here, but it's not. 17 degrees colder there. No, it's too cold to be alive outside when it's getting that close to the single digits. My poor little Davidoff. Ugh, Jim. When does it rise? Like 6? Ours goes up right around 7. Yeah, there are a million ways to cook a turkey. Degrees is real money. Okay, fuck. Well, uh, 0 is freezing in Celsius. So it's probably like, what? -4? No, fuck, that's wrong. Like -15? Is that right? Does someone know both? Oh, I didn't know about that. No, whenever we cook for Thanksgiving, it's always a whole. Oh, look. I guessed -15 off the top of my head. It was liquid. Thank you, Terry. Yeah, that's cold. No, they will like get a huge pot and put it under like a little propane flame. So it's a giant pot on top of a little like holder. And then it's like deep fried. So that is filled with grease on top of a little flame. And it's like precariously balanced. It's just like a disaster, like a recipe for disaster. I'm absolutely not a math conversion savant. I love sweet potatoes. Yeah, I was thinking about, I don't know, not to sound all woke, but it is kind of silly that, I mean, when you think about how Thanksgiving started and like how grateful the settlers were that they didn't starve to death because the Native Americans helped them, and then like the whole Trail of Tears thing happened. But it is good to be grateful for what you have in your life. But whenever you think about how Thanksgiving started, it is kind of dark. Oh yeah, it will. Turkey takes up a lot of room. Yes, Mike, I think we talked about that at the last live stream, which I really wish it would have been, so that we all eat the national bird on Thanksgiving. Or I also think we could all just eat eagles on Thanksgiving, but since they're like basically a buzzard, they probably wouldn't taste that good. Oh no, Ross, you're gonna get fight. Them there's fighting words. True, Jim. My favorite thing is the stuffing. I love stuffing. I do not care if it is in the bird or not. I've actually never had stuffing out of the bird. I know that's like the traditional way to make stuffing. You stuff it in the bird, but eagle eating would be a first time. What? You've eaten lots of carnivores, haven't you? What do we eat that's carnivore? Cows are not. Chickens are. Chickens will eat other chickens. I know you've eaten a carnivore, Jim, because you've eaten chicken. Chickens are fucking ravenous. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. The stuffing is my favorite part. God. How did I not see that coming? That's what she said. Oh yeah, no. That's why in like the early like teens and 20s and stuff, they came out with this invention that were little rose-colored glasses they would put on chickens' beaks, because if they see blood on another chicken, they will just peck it to death and eat it. Chickens will eat anything, and if a mouse like gets in their pen, they will eat the mouse. They will absolutely eat meat. Chickens are fucking crazy. Like those chickens I had, No, if you like keep chickens and then one of them gets an injury, you have to put this stuff over it like immediately that like covers the blood and stuff. Otherwise, the other chickens will just kill it. They sense weaknesses. They're like sharks. I hate chickens. I hated keeping chickens. I was like, it's gonna be so quaint, and I'll name them, and I'll have eggs. No, they'll just shit in their water bowl as soon as you refill it, and they were monstrous little things. And let's not forget the time I tried to break one of their necks. Before I knew how to wring a chicken's neck, it just like looked at me, and I was like trying to break its neck at like a 90-degree angle because Sophie the dog had gotten it, and I was like, I'm gonna mercy kill it. And then I just couldn't kill it, and I had to give up and go to work. Yeah, that's true. Chickens won't hunt you. I don't know if they have enough of a brain to follow something. Ugh, Gary, what a fun little tidbit of information that is. I guess that's kind of like, you know, big cats. I think the lions can be kind of aggressive towards the cubs. Gary, I think we're like killing all of Jim's sensibilities. There has to be other carnivores that you eat. I mean, fish eat other fish. That's the last time I eat cat. Well, I do have the porch cat. Eat them, Ross. Eat them. Yeah, it's slightly grim, Gary. Just slightly. Isn't it blue? I think it's blue liquid that you get whenever you're a chicken keeper and you have to put it over any, like if they get a scratch or something. What am I going to make? You're going to have a bundle of kittens. No, that's good. No, they are assholes. No, the porch cats are just getting aggressive. Like every time I come in from smoking, they try to dart into the house and then I have to chase them. Are you sure they're not like mountain lions, Ross? Did it detach the leg on its own? Wing on its own? Okay, well, if it's going to fuck with the pie, it's fair game to kill it. It is something that a cat would do. And no, a cat wasn't driving, but... Hey, Jody. No, it's okay. I'm glad you came. Gas. Oh, you kids. You're the light of my life. Well, she sounds pretty smart, so. Oh my God. I did have a fire go, like I said, I had a fire going before I came in here, so maybe it's the, you know, fire truck pulling up to see what's going on. Oops. Did you go out? There's no way. Did you give him some of it, Jim? Or just the broccoli? Ooh, that sounds very good, Mike. Ross, I don't know. These don't really sound like cats. They sound like cougars or something. I just didn't know if Wiley knew that there were foods other than broccoli that he could beg for. If I had my own smoking room, it would absolutely be my library, which looks a lot like a smoking lounge with, like the leather and the antiques and stuff, but I do kind of have that anti-smoking in my house rule unless it's very special occasion for a video. But that is how I would make it. Kill it. Or you could get those little like plastic caps for its claws. It would try to probably trip you to kill you if you did that to it though. Do I have a Christmas list? No. Yes, Ross. Yes. And you would just smoke tobacco, right? With the velvet posters. The love lamps. Yeah, if you had like the right ventilation system for, I mean, just like, regular cigar lounges do, it would be perfect. Whenever I have smoked cigars in the library, I always open a window and then keep the pocket doors closed for like a day, and then it fixes itself. But if I did it in there regularly, I don't think it would be very good, especially not now, because I wouldn't want to open a window. Tobacco accessories and novelties. Yes. Yes, we are still, since nothing's legal in Kentucky, we're still in that stage around here. The glass tobacco pipes. Tobacco accessories. Yeah. I don't know, there are these green leaves on everything that aren't tobacco leaves. What could they possibly be? Speaking of pot, did anyone else see the South Park post-pandemic special? I watched that last night. It came out on Thanksgiving Day. I am still a lover of the South Park. It's a weakness. Although I was disappointed that there was no Towley in it. Although I have my suspicions. Let's try this last apple. And they're gone. Where did I get this? I think I got this at the tobacco place in Louisville. I'll just have to get more. God. Kentucky really, really likes to think of itself as the South. But if you look at, the Civil War, we were neutral. But I saw a picture of Louisville from like 1910, and it had a big sign that said like, "Welcome to Kentucky, Gateway of the South." Like, we've always wanted to pretend that we're the South, and it's like, it's been going on so long that I guess we kind of are. Even though when you look, you know, at the lines of what is actually the South based on the Civil War, we are not. But with the whole like horse racing and bourbon, and everyone who lives here pretends that we're all very, very Southern. So it's much more Southern than it is Midwest. Bye, Rock. Good luck. Hopefully it won't be as insane. Paris Hilton episode South. I started watching Ghosts, which apparently, like with every television show, America stole and redid from the British, but the British version of Ghosts is hilarious. And it's like a couple that inherits a mansion, and it is inhabited by a lot of ghosts, and one of them is like a camp counselor from like the 80s who has an arrow through his neck. And whenever, like, as the season goes on, they like do a specific episode where like they show how each person died, and whenever they show how the camp counselor died, I laughed so hard that I cried. So kind of loved that. No, it's very Southern. They are very good. Sophie, you whore. Sorry, she is the worst. It is hilarious. I need to watch more of that show. Damn, I let these get too old. See, they're all crinkly. Yeah. I let the packet that they were with dry out, and that was a huge disaster. I'm gonna make her stop. I'll be right back. Sophie, get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Come on. You fluffy whore. Lay down. Sorry about that. She's a fluffy whore. She's a good girl. You gotta stop working, okay? Oh, thanks, Jody. That's good. Since it happens so often, go lay down. Yeah, she's really terrifying. Anyway. No, now she's going up to heaven. Yeah. She went upstairs and jumped on the couch. She's like, fine. You don't let me be outside? I'm gonna lounge. Thank you. She is cute. And annoying. Bye, Jim. Enjoy your dad duty. No, Mike. No. Not at all. Ooh, gas. No, that's good to know. I need to get my other boost. I need to get my, well, my first booster. I need to get my booster too. It's good to know to not plan anything directly afterwards. No, I've just been up to Thanksgiving, which, I mean, it's so silly because Thanksgiving is almost as major as Christmas here, but to some of you guys, it's like a non-entity. So it's like I feel like I've just gotten over this like enormous holiday, but no one else feels that way. Well, the Americans do. And then our other enormous holiday of Black Friday, which I didn't hear about anyone getting trampled. I guess because online shopping has taken off so much. So that's good. What do Europeans think of those like videos of Americans fighting each other on Black Friday? I think that would be very odd. Or do you guys have a major shopping day like we have? No, totally fair, Terry. I guess I shouldn't have said that because I do try to stay out of religion and politics. I don't see it as a political thing, but I digress. No, I didn't mean to alienate anyone by saying I need to get the booster. I just need to get it. Oh, well, I'm glad Michigan won. Oh, you guys have Black Friday too? Is it on the same day? Oh, since the beginning of November. Ooh. That'd be weird if you guys had Black Friday the day after our Thanksgiving. Well, I guess a lot of the online sales would be the same day. Hello, other Jim. Yeah, Gary. I think a lot of it's died down here because they had the same sales online that they have in the stores, so. Boxing Day. I've always wondered what Boxing Day is. Why is it called Boxing Day? Is it like boxing or like boxing? I guess I could just Google it, but it's so much more fun to wonder. Oh, okay. Cyber Monday is this Monday, right? I should know that, but I just don't. The garage is quite a mess since I haven't been filming out here. I should clean. Black Week. Well, it's better than forcing it all into one day. I don't think it's going on now, but there was that like little stint where we had like where people wanted even more Black Friday, so some stores started opening on Thanksgiving, and that just turned into complete badness. Jesus, Jim. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Thank you, Gary. You saved me having to. So it is box, not hitting other people. That's good. That's good. I think I only ever heard about Boxing Day on from reading Harry Potter. Really? Oh. Yes. Thank you, Gary. You are a British historian. Dan would probably have made up an explanation for us. Click, 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 click. Oh, well, that's cool, Terry. Although probably not cool for him. I know it's kind of hard sometimes whenever people have birthdays really close to major holidays. but probably less upsetting whenever you're an adult. But as a kid, it kind of all gets lumped together, I would think. My birthday falls on Easter sometimes, which never really mattered. So, you're just a dirty whore. You're a good girl. I call my dogs terrible things. It's all together. What can we talk about? I just like hanging out, but then I'm worried that it's not full enough. What can we talk about? Patreon live streams are so much more laid back, and I love them. I appreciate you too, Notch. I thought about that a lot. I mean, it sounds corny, but I did on Thanksgiving, like things we were thankful for, and I did think, like, I never, ever, ever thought the channel would be the size that it is, and most importantly, the friendships I've made through it are just phenomenal, that I just feel like I have no right in having. Like, I don't feel, I don't know. I feel very lucky. Burkus and Edgar are very, very good. Although I've been plotting taking them to PetSmart and giving them baths, so they're not going to do that well after that, but talk about my upcoming leather purchases. Well, that is kind of a constant thing. I've really been liking looking at Everything But the House. It has an app, but they have a lot of really good deals on vintage designer leather. I also just like looking at them. It's kind of like a museum of vintage leather, and I love vintage leather. Thank you, Gary. My wish list. I don't know. Maybe I could do like I haven't even thought about that. I guess that's very nice. The Jim also asked about that. Oh, good, Mike. Thank you. I love that, because that's exactly what they are to me. Because as far as people I get to see in real life, Kelly's my only friend I get to see in real life, but you guys are just as much my friends. When we get to hang out like this, I love it. I love it. I look forward to our hangout time. So it's good that you guys feel the same way about it. It makes me feel very, very, very happy. I just met eyes with this chipmunk over here. It's not real. Don't worry. I'm not gonna get bitten again. This chipmunk. Let's have him. There we go. He's good. It's festive. I'll bring him in after this. I am too. Look at everyone being so sweet. He's so sweet. And look at this chipmunk hiding in the Christmas tree. This is pretty awesome too. Yes, Gary, you must come. Oh, and I had breakfast with Kelly, what was it, 2 days ago? And we talked again, reiterated, Kelly, she's going to pick dates, and then I will tell you guys what she picks. I told her any time that she can get away from work is what it will be, and we're looking at, late summer. So as soon as I know from her, I will tell you guys. His batteries probably aren't dead, but I won't subject you to hearing him sing. Yeah, Gary, I'll tell you guys as soon as I possibly know. It should be, crossing my fingers with a cigarette in my hands, it should be soon. Oh man, I've been friends with Kelly for, fuck, 20 years. Kelly's doing really well. No, Kelly's awesome. No, Terry, I'm not gonna do that to her. No, she's the one with the important schedule. I'm open, so hopefully he doesn't bite. Still recovering from the squirrel one. Speaking of the squirrel one, I should get the squirrel back soon. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, he's going to have to live in the library, but maybe we could, like, set him up here for whenever we have live streams. Dangle a little cigarette out of his mouth, or I could, like, roll a little cigarette just for him. Her. Yes, it's a girl. I keep forgetting. How sexist of me, but she's aggressive. Are you forlorn that you can't bark outside? Tough shit. You shouldn't have started. I'm a really sweet pet owner. Yes, we named the squirrel. No, the dogs are not allowed near the squirrel when I get it back. What was it? Cheryl? It was Dan's alternate female name. Damn. What was it? Does anyone remember? That's what its name was, though. I was gonna get a plaque made, because I still need to get the little metal plaque made for the piranha to say Elizabeth on it. I'll do both of them at the same time. There are places on Etsy that do it. I've looked it up. Was it Danielle? I thought it started with an S. Or are you just thinking of a new name, Terry? I promised Dan we would go with that name. I can't change it now. It's bigger than me. It's like every time I look at my camera now, I see the chipmunk just staring. It does look like it's up to something. Yeah, I just said ow. I didn't say cunt, Gary. I didn't curse at all. I never curse. I was quite displeased with it, though. I think my sister still doesn't believe that I didn't kill it. I'm kind of fine with her thinking that I killed it, but I didn't. It's very ethically sourced, okay? No guilt there. I did not kill it. Its extreme infection did. And then it's extreme infection that transferred my finger, which made me need to go to the doctor. I think those nurses are going to be laughing about that for years. It's good to bring a little bit of humor to their lives. They were like, no, really, why are you here? And I was like, no, really? I got bitten by a squirrel. Yeah, it's like buggering off. Right, Gary? Damn, now that I've started drinking during live streams again, I have to pee. The house is so much further away now than it used to be. Sorry, overshare. What are you talking about, Gary? Almost like you don't believe me. That's funny. Yeah, no, that sounds civilized and wonderful. Sophie's like, I won't tell. Oh my god. You have a porta potty in the garage. I'm really looking forward to the leather video this month. The leather Santa hat is so much better than I had hoped. It came in the mail. I liked it. It was so much more favorable than I could have hoped it would have been. And I actually talked to the journalist for like an hour and a half, and he was just so nice. It just felt like I was talking to somebody else from the channel. The smoking video for this month is the Q&A. So we will smoke and be brutally honest about myself. Which is scary, but I owe it to you guys to be honest. I'm always honest, but honest with questions. Oh my god, I have to pee. Okay. Is anyone gonna get mad at me if I take a 5-minute break? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. It's not even gonna be 5 minutes. I'm gonna run to the house and run back. No one's saying anything terrible, which means thank you, Notch 8. I will be right back. Okay? I know I'm a horrible person. I'll be right back. Okay, Sophie. Come on. Or do you want to stay? Heck. Okay. Sorry. Evil. Okay. Okay. I'm glad I looked back up to see what that conversation was. Since I was gone, I grabbed some different cigarettes so that we could have some fun when I got back. Oh yeah, these are the all black ones. Why haven't I been smoking more of these? Oh my god, it's so clovey. I forgot that I had those. I love my tobacco drawer. It's like a little tobacco paradise. So, god, they smell good. I appreciate it. I apologize. Oh, they're sweet too. They're like sweet cloves. Strong as hell, but wait, these, oh yeah, they're cigars. It probably means I shouldn't inhale them. Yeah, definitely not going to. Hey, I haven't even opened the second beer. I like how it looks like one of his brows is furrowed. Oh. Ooh. No, this is all black. Ooh, it has a good sound too. Can you guys hear it? He's not saying that. That would be terrible. There. Does he look less menacing now? Now one of them's not furrowed. There you go. We went from all white Lucky Strikes to all black. Well, it's a bonus for letting me run away, so thank you. That is super thick white smoke. I like that a lot. Yeah, and these are like, these are louder than cigarettes whenever you take a drag. The like little poppy. You guys haven't even met Daryl. Oh. Maybe Leather Santa should have Daryl in the background. I don't know. I've had Daryl for a lot of years. Have you guys ever met Daryl? I would be surprised if I've never brought him up before. Daryl is the OG chipmunk. He is a Christmas tree with a squiggly spring on his head and a bell, and he sings "Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree," but he like dances and his head flop. He is like horrifying but amazing, and I've had him what, like 6 years. I love him. Love him. Daryl's my bestie. He's next to my Christmas tree right now. Which I got a Christmas tree the day before Thanksgiving because the place down the road, the nursery, sells out of their Christmas trees in like 1 or 2 days. So I went and got one the first. Oh my God, we're going to meet Daryl. That all blended into one sentence, but we are going to meet Daryl. He is going to have to be in the leather video. Probably not the whole time because he will steal the show, but I will hold him up, and I probably shouldn't press the button, but I'll hold him up and show you. He is amazing. He also has like really strategically placed bows. He has one here, and then one there, which I bought him at Hobby Lobby, but he looks like kind of dirty. Thanks. I like that these make like that really thick white smoke. It's very satisfying and really easy to inhale because it's so mild. Has like a little bit of an edge, but it's not at all like trying to inhale regular cigar smoke. I can't believe I forgot that I had these. They're really good. Sale only allowed in the United States. There are probably some packs of things I should bring to Europe. And I won't smoke any of them. I'll let you guys try them at meetups. It's probably super illegal, but... Wait, can you buy Moors in England? Yes. You can have him and Daryl and the squirrel. I really think the squirrel's name was Cheryl, wasn't it? What did Dan say? Shit. Thanks, Notch. Yeah, no, it's a nice compliment. Thank you. As opposed to a mean compliment. No, I don't want to be a bad influence on you, Gary. Though, the offer stands when you come to a meetup, which you have to. If I will definitely have a pack or two of Moors. If you want one, just ask, but I'm not going to pressure anybody to smoke because I never ever want to do that. Just know the offer stands. If anyone wants one, just ask. Thank you. My main line is if someone's rude to somebody else or mocks somebody else. Actually, it's my only line. If anyone were ever like rude to me, I don't give a shit. Like when your friends bugger off and you're left alone. Sorry, Gary. I'm never gonna let that one down. It is. Louisville is so pretty. And even with the grotesque Ohio River, it's still very pretty. You just have to not think about what's going on in the Ohio River with the, like, you know, multiple headed fish and dead bodies and stuff, but no one eats anything out of it, and only really crazy people swim in it, so it's fine. You just look at the water surface glittering and don't think about anything else. Oh, I won't bugger off. Ouch. Yeah, they're actually 12 filtered cigars. They're actually cigars, but they very much, I mean, I would call this a cigarette. It looks like a cigarette. I'm smoking it like it's a cigarette, but I really, really like these. I'm actually really surprised that they have survived as long as they have with how much I like them. Thank you, Gary. I agree, Jim. It is. The Ohio River is a mystery. You don't want to just let it keep its mysteries. It's like on Facebook. I'm not active on Facebook, but I do like see articles sometimes if I do get on there. And it's always like, oh, they found a new body in the Ohio River. And it's like, oh, great. Cool. I don't think that's odd. I think a lot of people who have, not saying that you have a smoking fetish, but a lot of people who do have smoking fetishes, or a lot of people who appreciate watching somebody else smoke, don't smoke themselves. I don't think that's weird at all. Oh yeah, Terry, I'm a horrible shoe person today. Classic Adidas. I'm sorry if that's a disappointment. I'm just kind of running around, lounge, hanging out with friends, kind of. Although, what did I wear with Kelly the other day? I think I wore boots. Yeah. I like classic Adidas. Fair enough, Notch. Oh, well, I hate relighting. Let's do another one of those, because that was awesome. But there's just something, like, the quality of the tobacco gets so shitty whenever it gets to, like, less than that, and then you relight it. It just doesn't taste the same. Thank you, Jim. I really like the all black. We're gonna have to find more of those. I think I got those in Louisville too. That tobaccoist that I love in Louisville is just like so much better than it should be. I keep wanting to light off the Zippo, but I can't. Because even though I refilled it, it's dead. I think that's the problem. I wait till all of my Zippos get empty, and then I refill them all together. And then sometimes if you don't use a Zippo, it doesn't matter if you refill it, it'll not work. You kind of just have to use one and stay on top of that one. Bye, Jim. I'm glad you got to stop by. Thank you. Louisville by far. Not to diss our sister city, Lexington, but from what I have seen of it, I mean, it's cool in that it has all the horse fences and it has the horses and stuff, but from what I've experienced from Lexington, a lot of the people there are just so stuck up, and I haven't found it to be that way in Louisville. I don't watch any other ASMR artists that smoke. I like watching guys smoke, like, in real life. I don't think there are that many smoking guys on YouTube. But, no, not really. Which I think is probably kind of strange. I should look, though. Ugh, that sucks, Gary. One of my favorite Zippos, my brass one that had the, like, designs all over it, like the floral pattern. I was a real dumbass and had it in a box of cigarettes and had it on my car. And I think I was in Cincinnati, and I set it on my car and drove away. And that's how I lost that. I'm still mad at myself for that. But no, if someone stole one, that would be really shitty. Because it's so much more than, like, I mean, you don't want to lose them in that they're like 20 to 30 bucks, but like you get the patina on it from using it for a long time, and it's like kind of like an old friend. You do not want to lose it. It's very frustrating. Much more so than when you lose a Bic. Although I will be sad the day this dies because I got it from a juggalo indirectly. It still has quite a bit, though. I don't know. See, I think it would be hard to watch other people, especially other women smoking, because I would be scared that I would accidentally or like subconsciously do something they do, or like I would hate to copy anybody, but it would be, you know what I mean? Like to watch somebody else, like if they do something I like, I wouldn't want to steal it from them. Fair enough, Gary. I know exactly what that's like. We've talked about me having exes before there. But no. Uh, yeah, I think losing the actual Zippo would be worse. It is a really cool city, and we have what? Now it's 4. Is it at 4 bridges now? Over the river. It's just really, really pretty. Louisville is very pretty. Oh, good. No, whenever I make smoking videos, it's very much because I want to be smoking. Exactly, Mike. I love that. It's exactly what it is to me too, because I like having a hangout while I'm smoking and enjoying myself, and I love that it's the same for you guys, because that's like the best thing that I could think that you guys would get out of it too. Like I get friendship and hanging out and relaxing, and whenever I hear that that is also what you're getting, it's like perfect. Not inhaling this at all. It's the best whenever I post those like cigar videos to the main channel and they're like, you're not supposed to inhale cigars. I'm like, oops. Good thing I don't. I love you, Gary. I love you. Gary, I hope it's okay, but whenever we meet, I'm going, I almost said I'm going to touch you. Well, I mean, I will, but I'm going to give you a hug. If you don't want that to happen, you should stay very, very far away from me, because it's gonna happen. Ooh, that sounds perfect, Mike. I was actually just looking up cigar lounges in Louisville, which it sounds like we have like 3, because they have to do the loophole where you have to be a member to smoke there, because you're not actually supposed to smoke indoors in Kentucky. But I want to try them. I mean, they could be good. Oh yeah, Terry. Oh shit, we have a hugger. No, I just... Fine. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not usually a hugger, but I think that I know that with people from the channel, I'm going to be like, I love you. I love me. I love you. Let me touch me. Let me touch you. I've had like, what? Not... Thank you, Jody. Oh, yeah. See, Gary? See? See, Terry? Gary will take a hug from me. You might not, but Gary will. There's nothing wrong with hugging. I was just saying that Gary accepted my offer of a hug. Well, I hope your day goes very well, Mike. That's very cool. to find a lady who will go to a cigar bar. I just wish I don't know. I saw that there was one in Indiana too. Maybe it's better in Indiana. I don't know. We'll find it. Well, you know, I'm reclaiming my squirrel from the cabin in the woods in Indiana. Maybe I can pick her up, and then go straight to a cigar bar with her. I'm sure they would let me join it if I came in with a taxidermied squirrel. Thank you, Terry. Good. Then Kelly shouldn't have to come for me too much when people refuse to take my hugs. I don't think I'll smoke a cigar for the Q&A because there is the risk of absolutely talking too much and reading too much and it just going out over and over again. I think cigarettes would be a lot easier to keep track of. Good. Let me know. Oh, I've never thought that, Gary. Standoffish. I think what I've heard about British men from listening to Lily Allen songs are, I don't know, maybe more like, yeah, manly, but I don't think that you guys be standoffish. You've been so warm and nice to me. I mean, I didn't think that at all. Guess I'll just force a hug if I want one. Call your sweet little British police. I'll be like, I'm American, I didn't know. I'll end up in British jail. God, I really could. What would happen? Is there even bail? I don't know how your judicial system works at all. I'm incredibly standoffish. And I love that that's the first comment you've made. So it really sounds... I believe you, Nate. No, I'm an introvert too, but I love you guys, so I won't be at meetups. It's funny because I'm just so sure that I'm not going to be like that at meetups, but I am also very much an introvert. It is very difficult for me to be like out in public and have someone start talking to me, but a meetup's totally different. It all depends, Mike. I mean, how could you not be impressed by that? But I don't know. That could be the deal sealer. It all depends. Exactly how I am, Gary. I mean, hell, with how much I've shared with you guys, I feel maximum comfortable with you guys. It's just totally different than like being in line to check out at a store and having like some woman in front of me start talking to me and I'm like, it's not that I want to be rude, it's just that I don't know how to handle it. And no, it's totally different because I feel like at the meetups it'll be like finally getting to meet people I've been really wanting to meet, so it's just a totally different setup. I am not a hugger, but I will hug the shit out of you, Gary. Be ready. Yes, yes, it's exactly the same. Well, I mean, this isn't work to me at all, but I can have two very different sides that I like to be a homebody and stay at home. But then I have this aspect of me, which is very much extroverted, but it's, I almost don't think of it as being extroverted because it's like you're like that with your friends. I didn't mean it like a bear hug, but oh my God, I'll be ready. Do it, Mike. Do it. Be like, I'm sorry that we have to get to this part of the date. And she'll be like, oh shit, he's going to ask, like, if I put out the first date or, like, you know, something big. Like, you're like, oh, I'm married, you know. And it'll be like, no, how do you feel about Kentucky Colonels? And she'll be like, I've literally never thought about that before. And then you'll know. I mean, there's no way to not be impressed by that. I've known two Kentucky Colonels. One of them was a substitute teacher that did his rounds in like the high school system, and so every time he was our substitute teacher, he would write Colonel so and so on the board and then spend the entire class talking about being a Kentucky Colonel, and that was always kind of funny because I really liked him, and he looked a lot like the KFC Colonel, so he was amazing. And then the other one was one of my friend's dads, and he had a, you can get a, I'm sure you know this, Mike, but you can get a Colonel license plate when you're a Kentucky Colonel, and he had a Kentucky Colonel license plate, so that was also kind of awesome. It kind of makes me want to do it, actually. Not do it. Become a colonel is what I meant. How involved is that? I should become a Kentucky colonel and get ordained. Yeah, Colonel Sanders was a colonel, but it's like a, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong. From my understanding, it is like you can become one on the internet, kind of like how you can become ordained on the internet. Like it's just a little process to go through and then you become one. I don't know if you have to live in the US, Gary. I think there might be a pretty decent chance you could just become a Kentucky colonel if you wanted to be one. It's nothing at all like knighthood. Like you don't have to, yeah, like how you can buy a, you know, an inch by inch square of land from Scotland and become a lord. Like it's like a technicality kind of thing. But then you can say you're a colonel. But it's a cool thing to do. I just have never done it. Oh, look at that, Mike. I'm totally wrong. You have to get nominated by another colonel. But the current governor, oh, Bashir, reversed it. Sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to belittle your title. No, oh yeah, I think that that's like a traditional colonel. I don't think that that's what this is at all. It's a different kind of colonel. Yes, Chris, exactly like that. Leather pants Chris or work pants Chris. Exactly. I will be in the leather pant wearing Lindsay mood at meetups. I really leather pants Lindsay. That's what we'll have. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay, well, I was completely fucking wrong. Mike knows. It's a lot more than just getting ordained. I was wrong. I should have listened more whenever that substitute teacher spoke. Yeah, 15 minutes before the end, I will start the second beer. Look at me spacing things out. Good, let's see. No, it is really cool to have the title. Yeah, I guess I just never knew enough about it to be able to speak on it. I shouldn't have just guessed. That makes sense. I mean, that makes sense because if it were so easy to get, then I would have met more than two people in my life living here who had them. It's true, Terry. They just play videos. which our school system, our high school is down the road. I have, like, they are really looking for substitute teachers, and I have seriously considered going in to be a substitute teacher. And I'd be like, Miss Tingles, like, what would those high schoolers think? And I'd like go and have smoke breaks, and I'd like find kids hiding and smoking, and they'd be like, "Oh shit!" And I'd be like, "No, it's fine. I don't give a shit." But I don't think I would have the patience for it because, like, I don't think I would be able to hold my tongue if they were horrible children. I would say, like, very brutally honest to things to them, and then I'd be asked to never come back, so it would probably be just a giant waste of my time. Yeah, I don't think I would last long enough to make it worth getting into the system. Or they would call me once and then just never call me again. I would absolutely put Miss Tingles on the board. They'd be like, Miss Tingles? And I'd be like, oh my god, you're adorable. Oh my god, I would wear boots. I would wear a leather skirt, tights, leather boots, white collared shirt, hair up in a bun with a pencil through it, and be like the strictest bitch. Ah, yes. Probably start smoking during class, set off a fire alarm. It'd be a mess. Can you think of the stories for the channel, though? Oh, it would be good. Be even better. No, there's no way someone can mistake me for a high schooler. I do get carded when I buy alcohol, but I don't think it would be really funny if I could, like, go into a class. No, I don't look that young. They look so young. Oh, I kind of just want to do it for the stories. Also, oh shit. That was just me. That wasn't even tipsiness. There's also, similarly to the high school, there's also a prison down the road. That would make for good stories too. Thank you, Gary. Oh yeah, I hope you guys really, I know I've been talking about the movie for fucking ever, but I've been talking to David about it in, like, I think I said in the last live stream, I'm going back to LA in January. But it'll actually start to really be wrapped up then. And it'll be like an actual movie of Lindsay roleplay. So I hope you guys really like that. Yeah, I don't wanna get into some romantic situation with a student or a teacher. That would be kind of Actually, our December boot tier video is another role play. It's the part 1 is for the channel. It's getting ready, which actually might be the most revealing video I've ever made, because sorry if it's TMI or like more than you guys would ever want to see, but I actually like shave my legs and put on makeup and try on dresses and boots and stuff in the video. So that's part 1 for the main channel, and then the boot video is the actual date. So it's like getting ready for a date, and then the actual date is the boot tier video. And I really liked it. It was definitely lots, especially the part 2, which is for the boot tier, is very role play. Yeah, it has enough. I would relight it. It has a lot of role play in the part 2. The part 1 is just thanks, Chris. The part 1 is basically just like talking as I'm getting ready, but the part 2 is acting, which is fun. God, this makes me want to actually try to be a substitute teacher. Oh, it involves not tights. I always get confused about what British called nylons, stockings, tights. I think of stockings as being something that's not connected. Like, you know, it's just like socks but sheer and like high up on the thigh. It doesn't have stockings, but it has full tights. But yes, those are very much in it. I put them on in the part 1, and then I'm wearing them in the part 2. But I was kind of nervous it might be too revealing. I don't know, just whatever. It's kind of a personal getting ready thing, but I thought it'd be fun. And the funny thing is that I wasn't even sure if the date was going to go well. I didn't know if, I thought it'd be kind of funny if the date went horribly, but as I was like acting it out, the date ended up going well, so that's good. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, they're tights. They're tights in this one, not stockings. Jacket keeps getting caught on my knife. That's probably something bad that would happen if I were ever a substitute teacher. I'd forget to take my pocket knife out, and then I would get in trouble for bringing a deadly weapon into a school. Yeah, so smoking is Q&A, leather is leather Santa. The wild card one is the super crazy long Lego set, and the boot tier is the part 2 of the date role play. You're fine. We just talk about Kentucky Colonels. It'd be fun. He does look happy, doesn't he? Ooh, these little lights. It does look like he's looking right at us, doesn't it? We're gonna have to have Daryl. Hint taken, Gary. No. No, Terry. No. Good luck on your date tomorrow, Mike. Oh, yeah, we have 7 minutes. It was made the whole time. Oh my god, my knife is gonna fall out of my pocket and be really loud, so let's just set it there. Yeah, see, God, it's already starting to, the sun is starting to set. It's not even 5 o'clock. Can you smell weed? I feel like I should know this, but is weed legal in Britain? Like it is in several of the states here? Or are you guys, I don't know, I always think of Britain as being more conservative. But in the places where weed is legal, I always, oh, okay, well, okay. No, that's good. That's good to know before I go. I'm not a weed smoker, but it's still good to know. But I'm guessing a lot of people smoke it if that's a common question. Moors can smell like weed sometimes. Yeah, that's kind of how Kentucky is. It's illegal, but if you have like a small amount, like that's clearly just for your own use, it's not like a real charge. Nope, in like in LA, in San Francisco, it's just like that's what the street smells like. And people are always like, "Oh, do you smell weed?" And so that's what made me kind of think if I get asked that question in places where weed is legal, then maybe it's legal in Great Britain, but I guess not. I think it probably will be in Kentucky soon. Bye, Gary. Bye, Terry. Yeah, no, not bye, Terry. Just bye, Gary. Yeah, weed's just not my thing. I've tried it. It's just, it doesn't do it for me. I've never really had a fun experience with it, so no. It's just, I mean, fair enough if it's other people's thing, like my neighbor. It's very much my neighbor's thing, but it's just not my thing. But far be it from me to judge someone else smoking anything. Well, not anything, but I don't care. To each their own. Pugs barking. God, the pugs barking is so pathetic that you can barely hear it. Speaking of Brits, you guys have lots of pugs, right? I would agree, Terry, but they don't have a basement. Otherwise, I would think they would. Although they all the time, all the time. Like, I like them and they're very, very nice, but they probably smoke pot. Like, I probably see them smoke pot 5-6 times a day. I don't even know how anyone can do that, but they do. But hey, they don't question what I'm over here doing, so live and let live, I guess. I thought about grabbing the Santa hat whenever I was inside, but I figured I'd save that for the leather one. Snoop Dogg can do anything. So can Martha Stewart, because apparently they're best friends. Oh, America. guess it's not that bad of a place if Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart can be best friends. I mean, Martha Stewart's pretty OG, you know, she got in trouble and she didn't narc on anyone. Respect. But Lil Wayne got in trouble and he narked on everyone, so Martha Stewart's a gangster. I really like these though. You never know where our chat will go. Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. No, I love seeing articles about the two of them together. We also have a lot of like commercials with the two of them together. I love that friendship. Oh my God, talk about, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a pot smoker, but if I ever had the opportunity to smoke with Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg, I'm not passing that up. I would just also not drink while doing it. Because I've learned that drinking legal strength marijuana and drinking alcohol at the same time, it's not a good mix. Don't do it. Okay. No, I agree. I think they really, like, that's a genuine friendship. And I think it's, I mean, it's not, it's funny because it seems mismatched, but I definitely respect it. It's okay, Rudy. I'm very glad you were here. Yeah, Terry, it's just, it's a hazard of the business. But I'm really glad I got to hang out with you guys. And I really, really hope that you like December's videos. I'm very excited about each one of them for different reasons. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.